Say hit record.
Talking about your banana socks. Wait,
Banana
why are we
socks?
recording?
You just said hit record.
I said paracord,
Oh, they said hit record.
like a paracord bracelet.
Well, we're recording.
I'm not even sitting down.
It's all good. Hey guys, welcome back to the Pineapple Podcast. We
I
got
got
us
some
some
juice.
Mountain Dew, some juice.
It's pure fuel.
It's gamer fuel.
Nah, from Stranger Things. Pure fuel.
It's basically as bad as ramen noodles.
Speaking of ramen noodles,
So we're gonna be talking
dude,
about
so
today.
this guy on our soccer team, he's like this old dad. He's not old. He actually was in our podcast a few weeks ago, and so right, it was a late game, and he's like, all right, dinner time. And he's like eating right before we're about to play. He has a Monster, and he has ramen noodles. The ramen noodles were uncooked.
Ah, yeah.
He's eating a bar chunk of uncooked noodles, and he's like, dinner.
Okay.
Sounds about right. I mean, if you don't, they're instant noodles, so
Basically.
they'll become instant in your stomach.
No, what show was it? Was Brooklyn Nine-Nine when they were like in prison as a spy. Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
Oh, dude, it's
But I've
on
heard of
Hulu. It's a funny show. It's a funny show.
Yeah.
So they're like there's a couple of undercover cops in prison, and one of them, to get close to this one gang in prison, he gives them this tip. It's like when you make ramen noodles, they leave a couple of the noodles out, and so after you have your ramen, then you can put them on top, and they like act as like crunchies. And the guy literally accepted him into his prison gang because he gave him a ramen noodles tip. It was great.
Nice.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Great.
My brother used to. So when my brother was a name, his roommate
You can
came
call
in.
him Rex.
Yeah. Well, when my brother Rex came into AIM, he went into his apartment, and his roommate was like, hey, so I got this book, and I feel like it'll help us with our entire time here. Because AIM is basically college. Well, it's a
college?
college type thing.
Yeah.
And so you're living as a college student, really, in your own apartment with roommates, and so it's like apartment living. You're super poor, and so ramen noodles. And his roommate was like, I got this book, and it's 1,000 ways to cook ramen noodles.
Was
And-
one of them in a coffee pot?
Probably.
Dude.
But it was like, well, I mean, it's not like methods of cooking. It's like put it
Recipes
with
and
recipes and stuff. And so it's like for most of their AIM time, that's what my brother and his roommates lived off of, was ramen noodles and cooking it in different ways.
That's hilarious. Dude, since we're talking about your brother, I'll never forget the first thing he ever said to me. He kind of walks up. It was during it was like my one SIBI class. He walks up during the break. He's like, hey, you're my brother's friend, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And it was like, okay, cool.
Amen.
Okay, cool.
Amen.
It was great.
That sounds
So-
like something Matt would say.
Yeah.
Your brother, right?
No, I'm talking about this Matt.
Oh, well, that's what his brother said. So, you have a chunk of something in your hair. It's been bugging me.
What, like up here?
No,
No,
closer
right.
to your earlobe.
What? Over here?
But closer to between
Right-
your
right
earlobe
here.
and your eye.
This side?
Other side.
No,
This side.
Yeah.
right
Yes.
there. You're touching it probably.
What?
Yes.
Now it's
fell
in
out.
your
It's
beard.
in your,
It just
it's on
fell
your
off
shirt.
onto your
Nice.
pants. It's a glazed donut.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It might be a glazed donut. I thought about going to get some food this morning, or getting
You
donuts
should
for
have
us.
brought hash browns.
But then I'm like, nah, that requires me to like get ready faster and then not work on the podcast stuff.
Makes sense. So,
So
what's a mixita?
it's called mixta.
Mixta?
And so here in AIM, we have this thing called Camp Adventure, which is where youngins can come and check out. So if you're a youngin, or if you're below the age of 25, actually, you can come and check out AIM if you feel like you're interested.
I did that with you.
Fun
once.
plug. Yeah, it's great. Camp Adventure is a fun place for that. And so basically, we have these things called cultural dinners. You can hear the Mountain Dew fizzing. I hope it's not in the microphone. I just
Nah.
heard it.
It's good.
Maybe it's the rain outside. Oh no. But anyway,
I hear the dog now.
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
But
listeners, for Nathan's dog.
it shouldn't pick it up, should it? I don't know.
Probably not. Don't say anything.
Oh, the dog stopped barking too.
Check.
So,
That's fantastic.
So basically, and he started barking. Gosh dang it. So we have these cultural dinners, and we have to make food for where we're going. and like or that the kind of food that they'll eat. And so we asked our coordinator, the guy who's going to like run things in Guatemala for us, and he said they eat this food called mixta. And so basically what it is you get a tortilla and you slather
corn,
some.
I'm assuming.
It can be both, but yes, preferably corn because corn is superior. And
Outside of the U.S.,
you can
we talk about this almost every week.
yes,
Corn tortillas are better.
they're the
I
best.
hate corn tortillas. Went to Mexico. That's all they have.
Yes,
And their corn tortillas are amazing there.
yes,
The tortillas here in America are trash.
yes, sir.
I only eat flour here because their corn tastes like trash.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on where you get it, and also don't ever eat a cold corn tortilla because that's just terrible.
See, that's also part
I've
of the
tried
problem.
Yeah.
So when I was
not that
little,
good.
then I liked to make peanut butter and like strawberry jelly in a tortilla and roll it up. It was like this amazing thing I liked. But one
I've never
time
thought of that.
when I was little, I didn't really know the difference, I guess, between corn and flour. And so, like, early in the morning, I get a corn tortilla.
Oh no!
A
Oh,
cold American corn
Corn
tortilla.
tortilla.
Put some peanut butter on it, put some strawberry jelly, roll it up. It, like, breaks. And I try to eat it, and it tasted like AIDS.
see, that's the one thing that flour tortillas have over corn tortillas is
You can
that
eat them
you can
cold.
eat them cold.
Yeah.
But corn tortillas,
You
if you eat
cannot
them
eat them
cold,
cold.
they're just terrible.
Fresh corn tortillas in Mexico, I love.
Yes.
That's it, though.
And so basically, back to mixta. You get a tortilla, corn or flour, preferably corn, and you get some guacamole and you put a nice layer of it on there. And then you get a nice hot dog.
A hot dog. Okay.
A hot dog.
Okay.
And you put it on there. And then you can top it with cabbage or hot sauce, or not hot sauce, salsa, or basically anything you want to top it with. But yeah, that's like a very common meal in
Totally
Guatemala.
gonna try that.
And
I
it's
love
like
guacamole.
it's like it's like what a family in Guatemala has like every week. It's like their average meal, their chicken
It's their
tender meal.
hamburger
Yeah.
thing.
So
Just
if
like
we-
tortilla,
a regular hot
guacamole,
dog?
yeah,
hot
like
dog.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you grill a hot dog, it'll be better. So I mean, get a
And
grilled
see-
hot dog.
In Mexico, I made the joke that like their tamales are our version of hot dogs because they throw anything in tamales there. It seems like I had a pineapple raisin tamale.
Yeah.
You had a pineapple raisin tamale?
Yeah, I mean they make tamales and sweet and sour.
And I had one. It was like cream
Nice.
cheese and strawberry. That
Oh, that sounds so good.
It was the best.
That sounds like a folded over crepe. Crepe.
Crepe.
I was like,
Crap.
crepe.
People call it different things, and so I just
heard
call
it
it
both
one or
ways.
the other.
But no, it was really good. But not as good as the green chili cheese.
But yeah, mixta sounds weird, but it's actually not
Bro,
that bad.
I would try mixta.
I would
It's
try it.
it's not that bad. If you got the hot dogs made right and the guacamole's made right, and if
Dude.
it's all made right,
That
Then-
sounds good.
but yeah,
So you can make us some?
no.
So speaking about culture dinner in at Camp Adventure, whenever we were there with this a couple years back, with Christian and Stevo and
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
for our cultural dinner, they were because remember their aim field was Fort Collins,
Yes.
Colorado. So our
Yes.
cultural dinner, they just cooked in some frozen pizzas.
Amen. That's what all the American fields do, especially since most of them are college ministries.
Yeah.
They're like, well,
Frozen
in college
pizzas.
you eat frozen pizza.
One of the other aimers were like, "You seriously made them frozen pizzas for your cultural dinner?" And like, dude, we're going to Colorado. It was so funny.
Yeah, because you get all the foreign fields and they're making all this exotic food, you know,
Like
guacamole,
spending
hot dogs,
time
and
doing it.
then these other aimers are like, we're going to a college town in America, so we'll just get a few pizzas.
It was probably great. So,
Yeah.
are we gonna spend time to talk about the Taco Bell menu?
You can if you want. We can mention our favorites and then move on.
Last week we went super way too in depth in the McDonald's menu.
That's because it's complex. Like, if you go to one, you said out of country, you can get different
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah, out of country McDonald's
No,
tends
no,
to be
no.
like super high up.
No, the McDonald's in Lubbock has different items than the McDonald's in like Slayton or Post.
Yeah, and they have like different
The
prices.
prices are different.
Oh yeah, that annoys me. Is that fast food prices can be different. In fact, this happens with Taco Bell all the time. I was on a trip.
Yes.
I was on a trip a few days ago, last week actually, and I stopped in Sweetwater, Texas, and
Why?
well, they had Taco Bell, and
Yeah,
so
you're
we
right.
stopped at Taco Bell, and I got 4 items and a drink, and so it came out to about $12, and yeah, and then I come to Lubbock, good old Lubbock, and I go to Taco Bell here, and the same exact things. The same exact things come out to $9, and it's like, please. Yeah, I do eat Taco Bell a bit weird. That sounds weird, but basically it's well known for cheap food. But I get so much food there that it's not cheap. It always ends up being $9 or $10.
Bruh. So I noticed that too, because when we were in Michigan last year, yeah, we were in Detroit, and there was a Taco Bell. And I mean, it was in the mall, so maybe that's why it's more expensive. But they didn't have a $5 box. Their $5 boxes were $6.50.
Hey.
I'm like, I just wasted $1.50.
Yeah.
Then I took my Taco Bell in and saw Incredibles 2, so it was okay.
Amen.
But
What a good
sense.
movie.
what's your go-to 4 items or whatever you said?
Well, the old so I always love getting the they have a rotating specialty.
Yeah.
I always love getting that because it's normally pretty good. Right now they got a nacho taco or whatever.
Yeah, I had
it's pretty
that in-
decent.
That came in the $5 box, so I tried it.
Yeah,
It was not bad.
yeah. I get a quesarito because those are amazing. I get a Dorito taco because those are amazing.
I've been liking those lately.
I do not like the Dorito tacos. Do you take that call?
Actually, I do.
All right, we're gonna pause the podcast for a
Cats
second.
win.
Oh, cat.
All right, we're back. Jeremy had some business call or something.
Or something.
I don't even know
Wait,
what
Matt,
we
were
were
you
about.
recording me?
But a little bit maybe.
But why?
This is Snapchat. That's what you got to do. Just randomly record at random times, and you're a good Snapchatter.
Is that
Sounds
the way it
gay.
works?
That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were we
I've never
talking
done
about?
it, so I don't
You were
know.
talking
Taco
about
Bell.
fire burritos or something.
Ah, yes. I was talking about my Taco Bell order.
Oh yeah.
So I get a quesarito, a Dorito taco, and a specialty, and then
Oh yeah.
I recently discovered on their dollar menu they have these things that's like they put the Fritos in it and then like beef, and it's a beefy Frito burrito or something like that. And oh gosh, it's
It's
so
like a
good.
Frito pie, but in a burrito.
Yeah, but they use the hot Fritos too. And, oh,
Ooh.
it's so good.
Like the chili Fritos.
Yeah, the red ones.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
I haven't had
it's
that.
pretty good.
Only pretty good.
And it can be anywhere between $8 and $13. Just depends on where you are.
And you get your Baja Blast with that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
depends on the day, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're selling Baja Blast in stores now.
Yeah, the bottle.
It's like a summer
because
thing,
they do it
right?
every summer.
Well, yeah, but not only bottle, they have like cans and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But last year, Nell and I got a couple of like the 24 packs, and we got a couple in August because that's like when they were stopped selling them because into summer, and we're like, here, we'll just space it out so it can last us until like next year, and it was gone by like October. It didn't really last, but
Jeremy, what are you getting?
well, there's 2 sides to it. It's one, do I want to spend less than $5, or one, do I have like a gift card or something and it's okay to spend however much.
Okay.
So my cheap order is I usually get something on like the dollar thing. I like the they have these dollar beef quesadillas.
Yeah,
They're
I think
like
we talked
mini-
about them before.
They're pretty good for $1, and I'll just get like a bunch of stuff like that, or like the beefy 5-layer burrito. That's like $1.50, and that's one of my favorites. Or I'll just get a $5 box because those are usually pretty good. I'll substitute the cinnamon twist for chips and cheese, and I substitute.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh dang! I'm
Substitute,
gonna do that next
listen,
time.
substitute the cinnamon twist for chips and cheese, and then obviously you can substitute like the crunchy taco for a soft taco. That's what I do because American crunchy tacos aren't very good.
Substitute the taco for a Dorito taco.
You have to pay extra.
That's okay. It's worth it.
Yeah, the Doritos
Just do it.
tacos are pretty good. But if I am not trying to go super cheap at Taco Bell, then I get like steak quesadillas and Crunchwrap Supremes. But steak quesadillas are just like the best thing there.
Remember, like, every time we've gone there together, you get a free quesadilla?
Because they messed it up. Like, it was at least 2 straight times. Then they brought out like a chicken, and I'm like, I had a steak.
And then they'd be like, you can just have the other one.
So they gave me like a free chicken quesadilla.
Seems
Bro. And that same lady always worked there because we went there like a few Sundays, like the same one. And then I didn't wear my bow tie. And she's like, "Where's your bow tie?"
That's funny.
And I always spelled my name like super wrong. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember that, but
Germany.
or something. I don't know.
So y'all have a lot of tech that y'all want to talk about.
We do.
Wait, what is this thing? The chilaquiles. We didn't talk
Ah,
about that.
yes. That's just a Mexican food, and it's like one of my favorite Mexican foods.
I
It's
feel like I had it.
normally, yeah, at Camp Adventure, they made it one time.
Oh, is that like the... You
Yeah.
get like a corn tortilla, and you like cut them up, and you put them with the red sauce?
Dude,
Yeah,
I had
it
it
can
in
be-
Mexico. I had it with green sauce too.
I
So
haven't
you
had green
get
sauce.
corn
My mom
tortilla.
makes them really, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that the breakfast thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, we had breakfast. I
yeah,
had it
you
for
get like
dinner.
corn
It's
tortilla
breakfast, man.
chips basically,
Yeah.
and you
Is it,
cook
like,
them
soggy?
in any sauce, any salsa you want. You can cook them in the salsa. People make it different ways, but the way my mom makes it is you get the tortilla, and you cook it in the salsa, or you get the chips, you cook them in the salsa, and that's it, and it's so good.
It is a lot
It's
better
good.
than it sounds.
It's yeah.
I had it
If
at
you like
least-
chips and salsa, it's
Yeah.
a good food.
I had it twice, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was
Wait,
pretty
you
good.
put them in like just regular salsa?
Like, well,
Like
I mean,
green
no,
sauce.
like not like the bottled stuff,
Not
like
what you're
homemade,
picturing.
homemade salsa, like good salsa.
Yeah.
My mom made them with the... What is it? The red sauce you put on the...
Taco sauce.
No, not taco sauce. Like,
Enchiladas.
yeah, the enchilada red sauce.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. But
And
like,
that was really good.
normally you got a little bit of spice to them. Ooh, so good.
That's really good. That's definitely something that I was like, I'm not gonna be able to have anything in Texas. Like I mean, unless you make them yourself, you can't like go to a restaurant that
Yeah,
I know
you-
of and get
Yeah,
them.
Yeah,
you can't really go anywhere. And get
There's
those.
very few restaurants. Like
Yeah.
Aranda's makes them pretty good.
Do they make those?
We went to
They do.
Aranda's back in October.
Yeah.
Aranda's,
Or well, okay, Aranda's their chilaquiles are decent. They're not the best,
they
but
try.
Chilaquiles? Is that what you said? My
If
mom's
it's
like...
close to it, then I might.
chilaquiles.
yeah, if you're trying to say it with the Spanish accent, it's chilaquiles. But it's,
Chilaquiles.
if you're saying it like an American because you live in
Not
America,
all of us are half Mexican like Zach.
Well, you should be.
same.
Then you can enjoy the food better.
Bro,
It's a fact.
that's actually not true, but okay. So last week, remember when we said Google turns 15?
Oh, yeah.
I meant to say Gmail turns 15.
Yeah,
Hey.
that didn't sound right. And
Because we were like, how is Google only 15 years old?
Yeah,
And then,
that doesn't. That's not correct.
And then the next day, I'm just like, wait a second. I meant to say Gmail turned 15. So,
Because
correct.
if that were true, I'd be older than Google, and that's not correct.
So, just a bit of correcting our fake news from last week.
Yeah.
I just realized it's Wednesday.
it is Wednesday, my dudes.
Ah!
When Matt replaces Matt.
It's funny because
His
my
brother does that
Matt-
all the time.
Yeah, that's what he does every Wednesday.
But
Amen.
basically, because this episode's going up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright. Amazon's listening to you.
Dude, so one of my, Mr. Moreland, you know who he is?
Moreland?
Macy's dad.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
he like works for like a tech company, like tech security and stuff. He's
Okay.
some IT security guy, and he shared this article on Facebook. I didn't actually read the whole thing, but basically, it confirmed that through like your Amazon devices, then the workers are actually listening to what you say, and so that they can like cater to your like ads and that's why they get like free. They basically get free surveys and polls because they hear what you're saying
Oh.
and they can put it into their data and stuff. So, you're literally not safe.
Do you have an Amazon thing in here?
I have Google, but it's not even plugged in.
Oh, that's probably a good thing.
The Google, surely Google's not that bad.
You see, the
They don't work.
the
in your
Google
apartments.
Home and the Amazon Alexa stuff like that, like all that stuff is a good concept, but it's like, at least for me, we have one and we like never use it. Like the first day we got it, we would use it to literally only listen to music. But you can do that with a Bluetooth speaker. So it's pretty much the same thing. But
I
that's
use mine all the time.
Did your blanket just move?
No, it was.
Oh, okay. I was freaked out. Like it looked
It's
like
listening to you.
It looked like your blanket just like popped up.
Isn't
Okay,
that
so-
an Amazon device?
It literally launched Amazon.
Oh,
my gosh.
no.
This is not staged.
So-
or anything. That's,
Listen to
that's
me.
creepy.
So Jeremy's
Stuff
iPad
like that is
launched
like-
Amazon.
Listen, my $60 Amazon Kindle that I got for wait, hold up. My $60
Kindle.
Amazon Kindle that I got, it literally just launched Amazon and said stuff like that, a good concept, but like it was just listening to Matt talk about music, about him not using his Amazon.
Oh,
Oh god.
That's freaky.
that is weird.
Cause yeah,
So yeah,
I looked
case in
over-
point.
dude, I looked over and I'm like, why did my blanket just light up?
Like it looked like his blanket like popped up for a second, and I was freaked
bro,
out.
I was so freaked out.
Yeah.
Wow. That was
Amazon's
scary.
listening.
Funny thing is, I should be scared, but it's like, it's the world we live in today.
Yeah, I honestly don't mind it anymore.
But
Yeah.
I know it happens.
that's crazy. So,
I probably should not keep one of those in like every room. So just listen to
Yes.
everything.
So what's this Google Wing drone delivery?
Isn't that been a thing for a while? At least it has
Yes.
been for Amazon.
I know
No.
Amazon has it in some places. Yeah.
So Google had been doing had been testing one for 18 months in Australia, and it's like, and it just been like for like beta testing and stuff. But now like the government approved it and stuff, so now it's just like a regular thing in Australia.
So Google uses drones to deliver stuff,
In Australia,
but
Nice.
they don't really deliver a lot of stuff.
Did y'all
It's
see?
Amazon's thing?
Have y'all seen this video of like the guy who was like, he I guess he may have like skydived or something, but he was like parachuting to the ground, and the caption was only in Australia, and so like the guy's parachuting to the ground, and before he even makes it, these kangaroos come out of the woods, and they just start like punching his legs. It was so funny. It was so funny. The guy was like, "Hey, back off, jerks."
wait, hold on. Talking about kangaroos, my mind is going crazy right now. I heard a statistic. Oh, it was at Exit. I was trying to think of what happened last night. Okay, so the person next to me was reading this thing on Facebook, and it was like, there are roughly, I forgot the number. It was like, we'll make up a number because we can't. Like 1 point something million kangaroos in Australia, and then it said there's only 800,000 people in Ohio.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember
so
hearing
if
that.
kangaroos came over to invade Ohio, then everyone would roughly have to take on, the math had it
Like
worked
3
out to
kangaroos,
5. It was
five. Yeah, 5 kangaroos.
Each
each.
person would have to take on an average of 5 kangaroos, and then it's like, I don't like those odds.
That's funny.
It's really weird. Ohio seems to be the butt of like a lot of memes, but it's
It
it's
is.
it's pretty weird. But I mean, it's funny. I got a friend from Ohio, so it's funny.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know. Ohio is, because, I don't know, you got like
just a
Chicago and
place.
Detroit and like all the other places over there. I don't know. You would think Detroit would be more of a joke because of their city is like,
Yeah, but Ohio sounds funnier.
It does
Yeah.
sound funny.
dude, yeah. When LeBron was playing in Cleveland, there was this guy that didn't like him. A lot of people don't like him, but there was a basketball player that didn't like him. He played for the Chicago Bulls, and he was making fun of LeBron in an interview. He's like, "Why would you want to live in Cleveland? What's so great about Cleveland? No one ever says, hey kids, get in the station wagon. We're gonna take a trip to Cleveland." And it just made me laugh so hard.
Amen.
Why are we talking about Cleveland again?
No, we got off topic.
Kangaroos.
Facebook files patent to take users' pictures and sell them to companies.
Yeah, so I saw
I
this.
saw that too.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
There-
on TechLink.
Yeah, it was on TechLinks. So there's a patent. It uses like an AI thing, and if you have like a product in your picture, like let's say you're holding a Coke in your picture, then Facebook,
That's the example they used.
yeah, they can sell your picture
Nice.
to Coca-Cola for them to use as
Nice.
advertisement.
Huh.
So
Oh.
it's just a patent. It's not like implemented or anything. I don't think. There's no proof that it's not yet.
So that also reminds me, I saw this picture on Instagram the other day, and it was like these guys saw a blank wall in a McDonald's, and so what they did is they took like a fake picture of like they were walking down like, I don't know, the front of their house, and like they had McDonald's in their hands, and they took a picture and they blew it up and they put it on the wall, and it's been up there for like 3 months. And like
Wow.
the McDonald's, it's like free advertising, but
It's funny.
the guys put their picture up there. So.
Dude, show him the Dr. Phil picture.
The doctor. Oh, okay.
with his shaved mustache.
No.
No, he didn't even know about that. I told him and Matt about that last night. They didn't believe me. But no.
Okay, this was. I
Tell
was
him the
going to
story.
study a tech, and this was like on one of the whiteboards in the library.
Someone there drew that.
Someone drew Dr. Phil with the Thanos gauntlet.
Yeah.
But he. Oh wait, no, he has all the Power Stones. Yeah.
It was really
Or he's
funny.
missing one, but I guess
They
because he didn't have
like,
the color.
Yeah, they didn't have the right color for it.
Oh, he's missing two. He's missing two Power
So
Stones.
now Zach needs to go in there and just erase the mustache.
Hey, Ben.
I thought that was really funny. We didn't erase it. We're like, we have to leave this here.
That's hilarious, though.
Ooh.
LG G8 Thin Q, control your smartphone with hand gestures.
Yeah, I remember your Moto phone can do something like that. Like you can check notifications and stuff on it. This
From
had,
2.5 years ago.
You know, okay, this was kind of cool. They had a sensor in like where the camera is on top. It has a notch in the display, but it's the size of like the Pixel XL
So
notch.
like right now I shake my phone for the camera to come on, so if I go like this.
No, it was really cool. Like you put your hand over it and you like make a claw and you can like turn it to like raise and lower the volume.
So I
And,
can
like,
I can halfway do that.
it was pretty cool.
Nothing happens after I
Yeah. So they had like a dedicated like sensor for it. It's not just a camera or anything
Nice, I guess.
in the
Interesting.
screen. So I thought that was
So,
pretty cool and worth mentioning.
You could be like kidnapped, hanging from your feet by a rope in an abandoned warehouse, and your phone could be on the floor, out of reach, and you can just be like,
I don't know. The video I watched, you had to be like pretty close to your phone.
so
It
like
had a specific range.
in Empire Strikes Back when Luke's hanging upside down at a Hoth, and he can't reach his lightsaber.
Is he gonna use this phone to like call Han?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like the innovation of the technology is there. It's just like not executed perfectly. Like,
If we can't use the Force by the time I'm 20, I'm ending my life.
oh,
Oh.
I mean, I feel like this would be something really cool on like Bluetooth speakers and stuff, or maybe even headphones. Like you just put your hand up here. You don't have to like turn a knob. You just do this to raise
You
the
know how
volume.
dumb
Or
I
like
look?
on.
No, you know what
Matt,
we
can
need
you-
is just
Matt-
a big
Well, I
knob.
can't hear you. Let me turn this down.
Yeah.
No, what you need is you need to get a huge knob. So like you got the AirPods, but as they become smaller, the knob for the volume becomes bigger, and so eventually you just got a knob that you're just turning on your ear.
AirPods look so dumb.
I think that'd be cool. Like if you have like a Bluetooth speaker and you just like put your hand over it and
The
just
speaker
turn
would
it
be
to do
cool.
that. On a speaker, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Their headphones sound kind of dumb, honestly.
Okay, the headphone did sound kind of dumb, you know, after I
Especially
said it.
watching you doing it, smacking the air around
But
your
what
ear.
if you had this technology like in your car or something else? Like you don't want to have to like reach up to your dash to do the controls.
The car would be cool. But, anywho,
Yeah.
SpaceX.
Yeah. So apparently,
Transition. Yeah. SpaceX.
I think we already talked about this a little bit during the black hole. Oh wait, no, maybe we talked about this off
I think we
microphone.
talked about
Off
it during
camera.
it.
Off microphone. But when the whole black hole thing was happening, SpaceX apparently launched 3 rockets.
Well, they landed through.
They
launched
landed.
and landed them
Yes.
the same day.
Yes.
They were like deploying a satellite for like phone service in like Eastern Africa and some other country.
Nice.
What?
So I'm like, okay, like makes sense. And they just launched the rocket. It was a single rocket that launched, but like split into 3 parts, and then they landed each of the 3 parts in like 2 of them were at one space station, not space station. This was someplace in Florida, and I forgot where the other one was. So
Interesting.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was cool, and it got kind of overlooked since the black hole thing was a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and in the same like article I was looking at, they had said that SpaceX is partnering with NASA to launch a rocket at an asteroid
Dude.
to keep it from hitting Earth or something.
We talked about this a while ago, but remember Trump made another division of the Army?
Air Force, Air something.
No, wait. So when you say Army, does that refer to just the Army branch or to all the branches overall? What do you call
No, the military.
Military. I
Military.
couldn't come up. I'm
Military.
like, there's got another word.
Yeah.
Military. He had another branch of the military, and it's like space.
That's pretty.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was like last
Yeah, I
year.
said like a month ago. Last year?
I think so. That was
it
a long time ago.
I saw it like at the beginning of the year.
Or at least
Yeah, I
the
didn't
the
hear
fact
about
that he had the idea.
Oh, well, what's the thing now?
And yeah,
So now we ready for them aliens.
yeah.
So, we're gonna talk about books and then finish off this episode.
Yeah.
So,
We're like 30 minutes into it, so
Here's some books that I don't know what are.
So have y'all read either of these books?
I have not.
Don't think so.
So for books, I put down Insignia and the Circle series. First off, Insignia, it's my favorite sci-fi book. I got really heavy into dystopian books sophomore year, both junior and sophomore year. And there's this book called Insignia that I read, and it's like World War III. It's like 2025 or something like that, and it's like but it's World War III, but not a single person has like been injured or died or anything, and it's in the middle of World War III because it's all fought with technology, and so. The thing is, in the military branches, I think
It's like extreme cyberbullying.
basically, yeah.
It's
And
the Cold
so-
War.
So the thing is, like the countries, they're no longer countries; they're coalitions of businesses.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Google
And-
is like its own thing.
Yeah, no, it's
Disney.
like well, I mean, it doesn't like name any businesses,
Right.
but it's like it's
They're
like
made up or something.
yeah, it's fake businesses, but it's like, you know, there's this business which is basically the United States, NATO, and then there's this business which is basically Russia, and
Dang.
it's like and Russia and China and a few of them, or no, I think in the story America's paired with China, but yeah, they're like different countries are in different businesses and stuff like that, and the American one and the Russian one, they're fighting, and the way they fight is they have teens, because teens have like the fastest brain power. They have teens in their military, and they put computers in their brain.
Oh.
And so then they can like connect with other computers, and they control like robot like planes or jets or robot like fighter things, and like they can hack each other's brain. Like if you're too slow at hacking, then you can hack another person's brain. Like it's pretty trippy sometimes, but it's pretty cool. Like I'm not doing it justice when I'm describing it, but it's pretty good. It's like a 3-book series. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then the Circle series, I haven't read much of it, I've only read the first book, but it's Christian allegory, and it's like Narnia kind of, but it's like the first one's called Green, and it's like this guy, he gets so he's living his life, and then he gets chased into an alley by a random guy, and then a bullet grazes him in the head, like passes by his head, and he like passes out, but he wakes up in another world. Your phone's going off, Jeremy.
Again.
It's just my mother.
Oh. Why is she calling
See,
you?
we don't need that.
Hello?
Live on the podcast.
Can what?
I can hear
Oh,
her
yeah.
from the other room.
Okay, well. Hey, Zach, go move your car. My mom needs to leave.
Okay. I'll be right back. What were we talking about? Books?
Yeah.
The Circle series. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You said it was like
Christian
allegory
Narnia.
Yeah.
stuff. Like
So this guy, he starts off as an atheist because his dad was a Christian and he thought he was crazy. But
You said
basically,
something about a bullet.
yeah, so he gets chased in an alley. He gets a bullet grazes his head. He passes out, and he wakes up in an entire other world. And in that world, he doesn't think the other world's real. He thinks the other world was a dream. And he wakes up in a world that's basically like the Garden of Eden, but yeah, there's a bunch of whole different plot stuff that happens that I shouldn't reveal in case y'all want to read it. It's a pretty good series. Apparently, it's called the Circle series because apparently you're able to start at any book and end with any book, but in a circle. So if you start at like book 3, you can go 3, 4, 1, 2, or you can go like 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But apparently you're able to read it in a circle. But it's highly recommended that you read 1 through 4, just like a normal book series.
Like a normal human being?
Yeah.
That sounds fancy, though.
But yeah, but I read the first book. I haven't had the chance to read any of the other books, but the first book ends on a huge cliffhanger. But it's pretty great. Once I get my hands on the other books, it'll be even more great. But yeah, it's pretty convicting at times too, even though it's pretty entertaining. But it's kind of like, wow, yeah, my life.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorite books. Insignia for yeah, Insignia and
That one sounds pretty cool too. They both sound cool.
Circle series.
Definitely give it a check out.
Well, that was a Wednesday.
That was a Wednesday. And we'll catch you guys on, as Jeremy would say,
Flippity flip.
the flippity flip.
Flip.